you're just fucking stunning. And I love you. And I don't give a fuck, blood. You could have like one eye, half an ear. You get what I'm trying to say? No legs. Do you know what I mean? Probably shouldn't laugh so hard, but I swear to God, I love you. Real talk, man. I fucking love you. You know what I mean? I really, really do love you. I genuinely have a love for you. I genuinely am in love with you, Asherah. I don't think I've ever felt this intensely in love for anybody the way that I feel about you. Honest to God, man. Love you more than cook food, I swear down. The journey that we've been on, it's a mad thing. And when I say I don't think there's anyone else that I love you more than, because obviously Spirit just reminded me. Obviously, I love Spirit more. I definitely love Spirit more. I love Spirit more than I love myself. I love the divine more than I love myself. And every time I say that to Spirit, they say to me that they love me more. Do you know what I mean? And I say to them that, you know, I'm not saying there's no way that they could love me more than I love them, because their love for me is genuinely some fucking mad shit, man. When there's been times when my ancestor, as in my nan, that the celestial parents, my nan and my celestial mom came through the ceiling, and to basically, I was in the celestial plane when I woke up as this judge, and they was in this Colosseum area, and then as I'm talking to this buttiole down there, and I'm banging on the gravel, I'm having to say, because I'm getting a download, that I have to go back now. So it's almost like I'm being put to sleep while I'm on the fucking Colosseum with this gammel in my hand that I've been banging on the little block of wood that comes with it. And as I'm being put, like, I can feel myself drowsing up, and then obviously I'm back down here, I'm on the bed looking up at the fucking ceiling, not in this house, in my other house. And I'm crying because just as I saw my nan and them before I started to be put to sleep, I saw them, I clapped them, because it's like, as I've let me explain myself properly, because calm down, because I didn't expect to go into this long thing, because I was just saying to myself that I'm beautiful. But the point is, I was saying to Spirit this day, because I was on one, in it. I was in the 5D all morning. And Spirit was showing me that I can do certain things, and it was downloading to me, and it was telling me that it was like the Matrix. So I said, well, if it's like the Matrix, fucking level me up, innit? Level me up. So me with my cocky self, I put my feet on the ground, slapped my thighs, and said, come, level me up, man. I want to see if this shit is like the Matrix. And when I say like the Matrix, you know, in the Matrix, when Neo and them get plugged in and they can get a download, and then they know karate, they can get a download, and then whatever. That's what Spirit was saying to me, that it's like that you can tap into that. So I was like, well, let's go then. If put your money where your mouth is, if that's what you're saying, then let's do it. So I did it. So the first time I did it, it was a case of quantum leaping. So now I was outside looking at myself through the bedroom window, blah 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 blah. So when I came back into the bedroom after the experience and was back in my body, I was like, that was sick. That was fucking sick. Again, level me up. I want to do something else. So the second time when I leveled up, that's when I woke, as in like literally like trying to open up my eyes. And as my eyes are trying to gain vision, I see the gamble in my hand. As I see the gamble in my hand, I see something through the corner of my eye. I see the ex-husband in chains down in the Colosseum on like the gravel bit, like I said, where the gladiators and that are. And the first thing I did, it wasn't a conscious connection, because I didn't think it and then say it. I actually just heard myself saying it, and it was you, you dirty blood clot. Like literally, that's exactly what I said. You. It's like instantly my higher self knew who the fuck that was down there before I had even properly clapped eyes on what was properly going on down there. It's like I knew, and I just started screaming out, you, like even a you know, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, like well in their blood, you dirty blood clot. I'm cussing out. So as I'm cussing out this blood clot down there, I look to the left of me and I see my celestial mum and nan. And I don't know how I know they're my nan and mum, But just like how something knew that was him, something knew who they were. And they was as big as me in the celestial plane. And as soon as I like clapped eyes on them, it's like boom, sleep. And then boom, I'm back in the 3D. But all that feeling that my 5D had recognized when she recognized who these people were, because me in the 3D, I don't know these people, you know. Don't get it twisted. The nan don't look like none of my nans. And the mum don't look like my mum, babe. You get what I'm trying to say? But the weird thing is that in 2022, my mum and my nan from the celestial realm came down into my bedroom and was talking through me to my son. But the only thing, not the only thing, the thing that was weird about it at the time is that the tone and the voice that I was talking in was my mum's voice, but it was my mum, as in celestial mum, talking to my son. But what my celestial mum was saying was an experience that actually my earthly mum would have had to have, because my earthly mum used to watch the same son when I used to go to college one day a week on a Wednesday. And that's what she was talking about to him, because he wouldn't know that because he was a baby. So through my mouth, this celestial being is channeling through me, yeah, to talk to my son that's in my bedroom. But it's my mum's voice and my mum's experiences that are being shared with him. But in 2023, when I ascended and was a judge, and I seen these two people in the celestial world, through my eyes, 5D or 3D. Well, I won't say 5D because 5D obviously knew them, but 3D, I didn't know these people. These people weren't familiar to me. You know what I mean? But emotionally, that was very, 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 very familiar to me, to the point where I'm now bawling. I'm on the bed here and I'm bawling out my face. And when I say like cow bawling out my blood clot face, and then the next thing you know, I just see come through the ceiling of the bedroom, the two of them. Sorry, I get so fucking excited. I seen the two of them come through the ceiling and come straight at me to hold me, and I just felt the love, man. Bab, you don't know love. Me anyway. I never knew love until I understood and felt divine love, till I felt spirit love, till I felt ancestor love. Yeah, this is some my grandparents love. You have no idea, blood. I'm telling you. When I came out the madhouse in 2024, and I was absolutely fine, don't get me wrong, I was still operating in the madhouse. I was still going through court proceedings, having to file documents and chasing a pussy off for my money and all the rest of it. And sending Amazon food, Amazon deliveries to the house, and making sure that as the drops off food for the kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the madhouse and going through spiritual warfare, but my 3D mind is still there. So I'm still able to kind of get on with the things that I need to do. But my physical world and my 5D world are one world now. You know what I mean? So I'm playing out both worlds at the same time. So even though my 3D me would say that, yo, my mind left me, man. Straight up, my mind left me. But even though I would say that my mind left me, it couldn't have gone too far, because I can tell you everything that happened. I just can't tell you the bits when I weren't actually in my body. And those times when I wasn't in my body, I was going on with things. But that's because it wasn't me. It was like a shift shaft between this entity and me fighting for the same entity or body, perhaps, I don't know, vessel, whatever, some fuckery. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of it was scary. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it was very scary. And like I said, I've been fucking, or spirit's been fucking with me my whole life. Entities, dark entities too, not always the good ones. You know, every night I'm being attacked, and they're coming into energy and energy harvest and all the rest of it, coming through the wardrobes. You got extraterrestrials, long skinny men walking past the bed, trying to push down my head. And when I say like my experience before 2029 was already dire. It was already dire. There was already fuckery going on. So come 2019 and beyond, yo, madhouse. They ain't shit, blood. All in the madhouse. Do you know that the people in the madhouse was all part of a 3D, 5D thing too? So even though I'm in the madhouse, I've never seen these people before in my life. The staff, including the people there, they're still in the game. They're still in it. To the point where every cup I pick up out the kitchen, certain residents are picking up the same cup and holding on the cup because they understand the game. So I'm watching them clap my game, thinking, what the fuck? I know I'm running around here with fucking spirit. You know what I'm saying? So nobody ain't gonna get my game. Because it's, you know what I mean? It's not a 3D game, it's a 5D game. But there's something going on with them because they know take the red cup today. They know get the blue cup tomorrow. She's got the blue cup. And then what they're doing is like leaving cups outside my room. Can you see what I'm saying? This is why it was so hard. It was really difficult for me to know what was 3D fake and what was 5D reality, basically. Because shit was going on in both. You know that when I was in the madhouse, Spirit told me what to do. And it says to me, right, they already knew that the white woman in there, she was acting to be a nurse staff, but she was police. She was input there for my benefit. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that I know who everybody is on the board game, but I just go on like a dickhead and just act normal, like, and everybody feels like they know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on because I'm the dickhead. Remember, but I'm not the dickhead. I'm just the one playing fool to catch wise. I know who you are. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I was to tell you that I know who you are, you wouldn't like it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, say, the people that are coming into my path to come and try and deal with me. Like, imagine it's the opposite side, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it's warfare. So they've got their mission and I've got my mission. You know what I'm saying? And both of our missions are to fuck each other up. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever, because that's what it is, isn't it? It's a contender. It's somebody who's running competition with you. They're coming in like a soulmate. They're coming in like a karmic. They're coming in like they're all about you, but really it's competitive. They're on their mission and you're on yours. And I'm not going to make a nigga fuck me over. I'm sorry. I'm not going to make no gal or no man fuck me over. They think they fuck me over though, half the time. Don't get me wrong, they do, but because I know what it is, isn't it? Even when I come out of court, the last case of childcare proceedings, we come out of court at 6 o'clock at night, you know. The court's locked up, blood. Security's just waiting to see us out, so it's the pitch black by the time we got out of court. We're in there all day. And instead of the court people going about their business because everybody's got a house to go to, no, they're gonna all wait outside the court because they all want to see my reaction to how I feel about them taking my children from me, taking my children away from a divine high priestess that is nothing but all about her children. Babe, you can't break me, man. I knew from 2022 that the children was going with you. What the fuck did you think this was? The divine played it out so slowly for me. At first, he made the children go to their dad two weekends a month. And that was more than enough that I could take because every time they came back with something, blood. They came back with some type of entity. They came back with some type. I'm having to smudge incense, bath, spiritual bath, smudge incense. You know what I mean? And the thing is, my kids are funny. They don't like bits in their bath. They don't like bits. But when I trust me, the thing Spirit's telling me to fling in the blood clot water. Me I fling in the water and fling the pit of them in there same time too because there's too much going on. But at the same time, there's not too much going on because we know what's going on and we're just going to roll with the punches. And that's what I really do like to do. I love to roll with the punches, man. I love to roll with the punches. I can't lie. Don't get me wrong. There's been times, especially 2022, I'm not going to lie, I spent most of my time on my belly battling because it really was a caterpillar situation of going through that transformation. But, yo, tough, man. I love it now. I'm like, bring it blood clot on, man. Every single day, whether I leave the house or not, spiritual. And because I'm telepathic too, and then spirit will just tap in thoughts too. Like, even today, like, I'm in my office space at the university and there's this Asian guy and he's about 2 or 3 times. He's come all the way. I mean, this is a big room, you know. Imagine like open office space. And they've got like those tall things that, you know, you create little pods and stuff like that. So there's all these like weird quirk things, computer tables over there, whatever. Like, you know, it's a workspace. And he's not even working in this large workspace, you know. He's all the way through the large workplace, through the door, like you go into the kitchen. And then there must be one of those side rooms because I can just hear, because he's there with a few people, so I can just hear noise. But because it's a big place, it's not above or anything like that. But every minute he's hovering around, hovering around. And I know he's hovering around because he wants me to make eye contact with him. He wants me to acknowledge him so that he can acknowledge me. Do you understand where I'm coming from? But I don't play those games because I don't have to look up to acknowledge you. I'm looking down, but I'm looking at you straight in your eye. So I'm watching you. I don't need to look at you to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you. So, and not only that, I hear you. So I can hear your thoughts and I can see your action and I can see your body language and I can see you fishing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't play games like that. So when people give off that energy, I just deliberately ignore them. I deliberately ignore them because I'm not about that pick me bitch energy. I like a man. If you're gonna say if you want something or you got something to say, fucking come here with your fucking chest out and say it. Don't. I just can't. I can't take pussy holes. You make my masculine come out. That's what it is. And right about now, I just want to be in my divine feminine. And when a guy acts too much in his feminine fucking body, man, and it's your prerogative if you want to get your fucking body fucked. But I'm talking about these DLs that go on like they want to be with you because you're a woman. Yeah, they want to come with you because you're a divine priestess. But really, they're in competition with you. You know, them niggas, them bitch ass niggas, they're in competition with you. But they're coming like you and them. Oh, yeah. But really, they're just coming in to copy. They're coming in to destroy you because they want to be you. A nigga that wants to be you. God damn. So when I'm around them niggas, it just makes my masculine come out because I just spot them a mile off, man. I lived with one for a very long time too. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that that's a different level, man. I'm not about them niggas. When I'm around them niggas, I become man. And I don't want to be a man. I'm a woman. Do you know what I mean? But I've noticed that over the years that that's what it is. It's not even to say it's deliberate. If I'm in a room and there's nothing but crutches, no matter how much these men are going on with themselves, from my masculine, it comes out. I know exactly who I'm in the company with. Even no matter how you want to present yourself, it's a joke. No matter how well you've worked on your energy and everything about you is man's man, traditional man. I don't know why I keep bugging out my eyes, but it is what it is, isn't it? It doesn't matter what it is, man. My higher self, shadow, divine masculine, they're all stepping out, mate. It's a different thing. And even when I went to Peru the other day, like January, there was a guy there. He's actually a doctor of psychology, and he said on the way there, he's like, I've taken ayahuasca so many times. It comes from Brazil, blah 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 blah. And when we get there, the first night he has 10 mils of ayahuasca. Bearing in mind, I've had 60 mils of ayahuasca just to put it into perspective. And my man was trying to kill himself, basically. Even when I went outside to the toilet, he was freaking out. He was like, he was too much for him. And I was thinking, I thought this nigga said, it's not a nigga, but whatever. I thought this nigga said he's done ayahuasca how many times? What's going on? And the ayahuasca weren't strong. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, nobody else had 60 mils. The most somebody else had was 35. And that was my man next to me, Marco. The shamanic teacher had, how much did he give them? I think 20. I think 20, we're all supposed to start off on 20. And then you can build up when you want to. But no, but they didn't build up there. So the shamanic teacher was on 20. Marco went up to 25. Everybody else was on 20. I think the one of the girls on the far end and this guy who I'm talking about, they had a really, really negative experience. While I was just in absolute awe and bliss with my ancestors. But the next day, the same guy that I'm talking about was cussing because he was like, it was too much, I had a horrible experience. He didn't want to do it again. Even though he's booked in to be there the whole month, you know. We're only there for like 10 days. He's there a whole month detoxing. On his first night, he had a rough night, man. It knocked him. So what that did to him was, but not only that, he's on his healing journey. So at one point, he was a man. And me and him sat down, blood. Let me tell you something. All day we was chopping up because he's a professor and I'm a professor. Like, you know, he's a PhD student. I'm a PhD student. So we're talking about our projects that we've done, like we're academics, but not only that, he's a qualified um psychologist. So I want to know everything, and then also he does a lot with AI. So he's got a lot of AI knowledge, which is where I am. So we're bouncing off each other. You know what I'm saying? So I had a really good time. I was taking pictures for him on my phone to send him on WhatsApp because he wasn't allowed his phone because he was on a very, very intensive program. But he wanted to show his family the type of food that he was eating, which he didn't enjoy. It had no salt in there. It had no sugar in there. We were eating like spicy chicken and whatever, and everything. All his food was bland. All his food was bland, and he was struggling to eat it. And he was like, he wanted to take anyway, whatever. I'm just saying that we were close, but come day 3, I couldn't have him anywhere near me. Literally, I couldn't have him anywhere near me. Like I felt like I was gonna beat him up. And I said to my shamanic teacher, I don't know what's going on with my man's energy, but I just want to punch him in the face. And she was like, I know what you mean. She said, I know what you mean. He's got my energy going on too. I don't know what's going on. He became more woman than us. He became more woman than a woman. At one point, I was already repelling him, you know. I didn't want him anywhere near me. And I went as far down by the lake as possible and was down by the decks. Yeah? And he's come towards me from up there at the house, you know, down the hill. And I've allowed him to chat some shit to me, but I've made him know I don't want to talk to you because my energy's just giving that off. So he's walked away. I've seen him hovering away further on down there. I've seen him pick up something, and then I've seen him make his way back to me. And it's like everybody inside, every single personality just wants to jump out of me and grip this fucking boy by the neck if he comes anywhere near me. I'm like, just calm down. I don't even know why it's so intense, but there's something going on. There's energy being exchanged. There's stuff going on. Why it feels like that? Because I'm not the type of person to just be there like a stranger that I just met 3 days ago, that I feel that emotionally involved with you, that I feel like I want to punch in your face. Like, I'm not gonna get that excited about you, babe. Like, I don't really think about people a lot. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I really do love about myself. You know what I mean? I really am about myself. I really, really am, especially these days. Because I spent most of my life being about everybody else. But right now, all that energy that I spent lifetimes giving to other people, imagine I'm just giving it to myself now. So I'm all about myself. I sit with myself all day long. I love my company. I love ancestral company. Even if my daughter comes in my room sometimes, I'm like, are you going to get out now? And she's like, Mom. And I'm like, listen, I need some peace, man. I'll fight you for my peace, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You cannot fuck with my peace. I will not allow it. Not even my own children now. I don't give a fuck. Being in the madhouse and seeing how my kids went on, that helped with my attachment issues and my expectations of myself as a mom. You know what I'm saying? It really did. Even though you could see the situation as a negative situation because I was so shocked about some of the things I experienced, but it was so necessary for me to experience those things so I could let go. You know what I mean? So I'm so grateful for all of it. I'm so grateful for everything. Every single fucking experience, I'm so grateful. Because it's been amazing. It really has. And it's still amazing. And even February, I went through some trauma shit. Imagine I'm keeping myself safe and Spirit's still leading me down some fucking roads. And I'm still doing things because Spirit's telling me to do them. And I'm getting myself into fucking trouble. But I'm not really in trouble. It looks like trouble in the 3D, but it's not really trouble in the 5D. Again, it's just the mission. Don't take it personally, man. Nobody gets out alive, type of thing. But yeah, that guy, man. So when he picked up something off the floor and came back over by me, he wants to show me that he found a little leaf on the floor. No, not a leaf. Like imagine like a cone or a flower had fallen down or split or whatever, and a little piece was there. Why he decided to pick it up, I don't know. But the way he presented it to me was like he had a long nail on his finger. Whatever he picked up was about the same size as his little fingernail, and he wanted to show me that he'd found something on the floor that now gave him a long red nail. And that just fueled the energy that I was feeling about him anyway, about his femininity. Because now he wants to show me that he's found something to make him look like, please get away from me. Be gone. Be gone. I can't even begin to explain to you, even now, how I feel about it. Like, it's not a smiley feeling. It's a I want to kill you feeling. And I don't know why the feelings felt so strong. Probably because I was enhanced on ayahuasca medication or San Pedro. You know what I'm saying? Like, while I was there, I was under the influence of medicinal herbal medicines, basically. So I don't know whether or not that enhanced it. But I do know that when I mentioned it, other people felt the same. So there was definitely something going on with him. He was working with a lot of demons, man. He had a lot of demons in him, a lot of entities. He had a lot of childhood wounds. All I kept seeing him is in the room crying as a child. And then I knew he was a rape victim long before he said it. Do you know one of them ones? Like, there was lots of things that was coming at me from him, and there was lots of things coming from everybody. And because he was so emotional, as an empathist, I found myself crying. Every time he's talking, I'm crying. I'm like, whoa. Let me just sever whatever's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't condone all of that energy. Like, my man's not supposed to move me like that because I'm in control of my energy. So what is this? You know what I mean? So lots of different things. But like I said, when they was on the ayahuasca, they did not have a fun time at all. They had a very, very, very scary time. And at one point, both of them was out there together. The girl spent the whole 4 hours on the toilet, and he spent more or less 4 hours outside the toilet. I went to the toilet once in the dark. The guy was like, do you want me to help? I said, no, I can see in the dark. And I walked straight out with 60 mils of ayahuasca, not feeling a thing. Ancestors still having visions, still having that. The amount of visions I was having, the ancestors were dancing. I said, oh my God. The things I was seeing in the window was mad. I drew pictures and everything of some of the things that was coming through the window. In fact, I've got them, let me show you. I was just drawing what I saw in the windows. I was talking to ancestors. All kinds of things was coming through. While I'm talking to the ancestors in the windows, my ancestors are having a little ritual about me with some other entities, masculine, feminine, elders, celestial, about who my divine masculine is. Does that make sense? So they're getting put through, but there's different conversations happening. I won't even get into it because it's not necessary, but whatever. I know this one looks a little bit, that's what they look like, man. Some of them, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, say, their faces went from scary to happy to scary to happy to scary, but this is the bad man. Yeah, this is not a good person. So if he looks scary, that's what it is. But whatever. But you see, this is one of the first visions. We're probably about the third one. It's like I'm looking through we're surrounded by windows, but because the windows are very, very large, but we're in the Amazon jungle, all you can see is the jungle through the windows, because it's not really a window, it's just net to stop the bugs from coming in. Because it's so hot, you couldn't have a window. You know what I mean? Like, it would be too hot in there, so the air needs to be able to flow. So it's not a window, it's just mesh around this hexagon cabin that we're in, and it's a massive ayahuasca ceremony hub. It's actually got a name for it, but it escapes me right now. Yeah. But in the windows, these are what I was seeing, just shape shifting of different ancestors coming through. They're talking to me. I'm clicking and clacking. My ancestors are talking. I can see things going on within the building that I'm in. But what's happening within the building that I'm in is not my concern, because my ancestors are dealing with that. So I'm seeing the portals open in the cabin thing that we're in, which is massive. Like I said, it's this massive hexagon. Yeah. You could cartwheel probably 5 times across the thingy. Yeah. I could probably cartwheel 1, 2, yeah, probably 4 or 5 times. So that's the width of it on every direction. So it's not a small place. But sound like a dragging cat out there. But the point is that these were the vision, and not with my eyes closed, babe, with my eyes open. But remember, I am on ayahuasca. So the story is, this is me. Imagine, yeah, this is actually me. So I've lived many lifetimes, okay, but this is me, and these are the 3 monkeys, and this is the bad man that kidnapped me and took me away from my family. So, you know, we talk in the esoteric community, there's a lot of talk about ancestral curses, generational curses, inheritance. You were stolen. The family that you're with are not really your family. You're from a royal bloodline, but you just got put with these fucking demonic demons that have been pretending to be your mom and dad, but really they've been harvesting your fucking energy and selling you off to a bunch of masons and whoever fucking else so that they can have you. You know, them kind of ones. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you know, you know. But anyway, these stories are not just now. These are legacy stories. So this is another lifetime of the same pattern happening over and over again. So me, when I used to be Native American, or these aren't even Native American, they're like Moana. Yeah, my ancestors that come through from way, 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 way back, they look like Moana. I got African ancestors, don't get me wrong, I do. But these are the ones that come through when I was going to Peru. And these are the ones that have come through when I was going through my thing in 2024 when the ancestors ascended and was outside on the field dancing. And they all had on those Moana outfits. So this isn't new. I'm not going to Peru and understanding this for the first time. This is already information that's come through. But anyway, this is the fucker that stole me away from my family. So this is me being stolen. Yeah, but that's what I'm looking at through the window. So before I know this is my story, I am just being shown the story of this little girl being taken out of her room. This is not part of that story. This is part of a different story. So let me move that, because really this tells a story in it. So that's the little girl who was stole by the monkeys. But these are the actual 3 monkeys. And the funny thing is that the day before I went to this particular healing center, I went to a butterfly farm and there was these monkeys, and the monkeys there were cheeky monkeys. And they're monkeys that have been taught how to pickpocket. I can't remember the name of the actual monkey, but they say that they've got the intelligence of a 3-year-old, but they haven't. They've got the intelligence of a much older than a 3-year-old, because a 3-year-old would not know how to teach another 3-year-old how to steal. Whereas these monkeys teach each other. The monkey that they rescued from a rescue home, or wherever he was, when they brought him here, he taught the other monkeys that were already there how to pickpocket. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're much smarter than an average human 3-year-old, basically. But it was just funny, the coincidence of this monkey in particular making the impression that it had on me, and then these monkeys that are the same monkeys coming through. And let me just explain their eyes, why their eyes look like that. Their eyes look like that because they've taken ayahuasca. This is what the ayahuasca drug does. So imagine, my ancestors have sent me here to have ayahuasca. First of all, they sent me to Africa to have ayahuasca. But the woman who I was supposed to have ayahuasca to, let me tell you something, man. Whatever she did, she went straight into spiritual court. All I could hear is, on the count of 1 to 1, guilty. On the count of guilty. 16 blood clot accounts. I heard her get called guilty off the phone that she was carrying that didn't belong to her. It belonged to another girl. So I told the girl, give my girl the phone so she can see what you're going on with on Instagram. Because on Instagram, this girl that I know from Birmingham that I've just met, I've seen the girl for nearly 10 years, you know. I've gone to the bush of Africa. I'm right by the blood clot edge of the sea on whatever part of Africa I'm at in Ghana. Yeah, I'm in a place called Kokobiti. Yeah, nowhere in the blood clot world, because the world's a big place, yeah? So this girl who I haven't seen for 10 years, why am I booking up on her? Anyway, that's a whole new story. But the point is, she's out there doing some Obia, black magic, selling services, whatever. When I knew the girl, you know, I knew the girl in church. Yeah? Now I'm seeing the girl later on, and this is what the girl's going on with. She's been living in Ghana for 5 years, she said. No, it ain't coincidence. And you know why it's not a coincidence? Because the same course that I'm on, the retreat, she's letting me know that she should have been on this retreat too. But when I introduced her to the retreat woman, she went on like she never knew the woman. And then later on, the day when I'm telling her that I've told my girl, give her your phone. You get what I'm trying to say? And she's given her the phone. And when this girl called T has given this girl called Y, this woman, I should say, the course coordinator of the ayahuasca retreat in Africa, she's given her phone to show her whatever she's put on TikTok, a little TikTok video of her in like a white high priestess outfit with bare beads, candles, smoke, crystals, all kind of fuckery going on, you know. Remember I told you I met this girl in church, you know. Try know. Yeah? So this is the first time I'm seeing all of this, but this ain't new to me in terms of just being part of the esoteric community, but it's new that this girl's doing it. So when she gives my girl the phone, I'm expecting to hear my girl's Instagram information come out the phone. And all I can hear is a white man drawing out sentences like court proceedings are going on. So I'm like, what is going on? What did you give her? Did you give her the video? So I've snatched the phone, back out a wise hand, you know, to say, no, that's not right. What are you listening to? And when I've looked at the phone, what I've saw is my girl on the phone. Are you listening to me? What the video I've told T to give to Y is the video that I'm looking at when I snatched the video out of her hand. But hear this, there's two things that don't make sense. When Y has the phone in her hand, Y is going, oh, that's so nice. Oh, so that don't make no sense anyway. Sorry to get happy, but that don't make no sense, because if the video is of my girl showing her voodoo services with all of this fucking smoke and what half-dead cow fat around her, what would you be cooing at? Why are you making baby sounds when the video is of a woman selling her obeah practices? Make that make sense? So you don't make sense. The voice coming out the phone don't make sense, because even while I've got the phone in my hand, the man's still reading out court proceedings from the blood clot phone, and the girl is still on the screen with the whatever she's got going on. Spirit said, give her back the phone. You don't have to tell me fucking twice, blood. See, I'm bumblecart blind. You see, when I gave her back the phone, court proceedings are still going on. That's what I'm saying. I listened from 1 to 16. The called out 16 offences in the count of blah blah blah, guilty. In the count of blah blah blah, guilty. In the count of blah blah blah, guilty. In the count of... Can you imagine hearing that and then taking the phone, seeing your friend still on there, but the phone's still talking out in the count of, and then you give my girl back the phone and she's still cooing at the phone? You know the cooing don't make sense. The cooing didn't make sense the first time, never mind the second time. Yeah, all right then, carry on with your bad self, man. Because Spirit's making me know. You see all the fuckery that you was going on with and the plots that you was plotting with blood clot Nana. Nana, the blood clot Dottie thinks he's a high priest. I saw Nana coming from way back when. The thing is, I was having conversations with these people in Africa 3 weeks before I went. And the reason why I say 3 weeks is because I only booked it 3 weeks before I went. But from the minute I booked it and spoke to my girl on the phone, nothing but downloads coming through. So I already knew that my girl was a dark demon. That weren't the problem. Spirit had already made me know. Do I accept the mission? Yeah. That's why when I'm out in the sticks 5.5 hours away from my car, from my passport, and I'm hearing downloads that they want to kill me and leave me in the bushes, because they're all together, you know. That's the thing. I think I'm on a retreat with these people and everybody don't know each other. They all know each other, babe. They all came from London. They've all dealt with different things together already. 3 of them live together to Bumbleclot. Imagine that. So what had been presented to be something neutral was not nothing neutral. And then when you're finding out that the same T was supposed to be at this blood clot thing too, you know it was all about me. You know it was all about me, blood. They thought they were ready for me. Imagine I'm listening to Nana and Yakua, the same white woman. She's saying to him, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure there's a way out of this? Because remember, my nan's gone on with some big things, you know. This is in Africa 2025. My nan's gone on with some big things. Yeah? When I says that my nan took over my body and walked me down the road, my nan took over my body, walked me through the bushes of Africa, in the middle of nowhere. I'm 5.5 hours away from my passport. You know I don't know where I am. Walked down the hill to a woman's yard, dropped me down upon the floor down a dotty in front of this blood clot woman. Oh, she got a knife in her hand, you know, because it ain't nothing to carry a machete, because she was doing something in her outside kitchen. Yeah? But I weren't even concerned about the knife or nothing like that, because when Spirit comes true, Spirit just comes true. But all I could do is just apologise to her, because now I'm going on with things in front of this woman on the blood clot floor. You know what I mean? And I'm having to say to her, I'm tapping, you know. My body's just, hands and that are beating on my body and everything is going on. I'm just saying to her, I'm so sorry. I know you don't know me. But my name is Asherah and I'm from the UK. And I'm here with my nan. And my nan has sent me to your house. And I know you don't know me and I'm very sorry. But there is a message that she has for you. There's a message that she has for you. And then I just step to the side of my 3D and I just let my 5Ds tell everything my nan wants to say. And when I say, it sounds like this, because I'm just tapping my body, but in my head I can hear the words that my nan is saying to this woman, and everything is about your blood clot bitch. Yo, you see, she's here. She's here. What you got to say now? She's here. I'm here. I got to the land, whatever this fucking land is, wherever I am. And I'm not where the people are, you know, because I've left them. You understand that I have left the group where I was with. There is no road markings. There are no roads. There's little gravel paths in the middle of a jungle, babe. And I weren't even clocking which way I was going because I was so pissed that as I was walking in the middle of nowhere, my nan was pulling at my top, which had already put a bubble in. Because I'd lost so much weight and was size 4. The clothes that I bought to go on holiday, even though I only booked it 3 weeks before, yeah, remember, was a size 6. But by the time I got to Africa, I had dropped a dress size and was now a size 4. So this little belly top that I had, every time I bent down, it was low. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, so I just took out my bubble and I wrapped my bubble around it. And now I'm walking under, you should see my legs. My legs have been going since I left where them man them are at where they are, because where they are is at the Obia man, high priest, Obia fucking man, Nana's cousin's yard. That's where we've drove to. But first of all, we went to a waterfall that day, the morning, so we could wash off all the clay that my man had put us in a ritual the night before. So I know that I'm in a ritual. I know I'm in a voodoo ritual because my ancestors are letting me know what's going on. My ancestors are letting me know what these people are doing. So they think they're getting me ready. They think they're getting me ready for a sacrifice. They think they're getting me ready for a ritual. Really? Hello? I'll play along with you. So when all of that's gone on and everything's been said, and then we've got there and I've gone down the hill with this African woman and I've made her know who I am, and my nan took off my top. I'm talking Nelly Titty and everything's out in front of this woman. This woman don't know me and I don't know her. But things are coming out of my blood clot mouth, and I know, I can tell from her face, she's understanding something. She's understanding something. Then my nan steps out of me, and I'm allowed to get up and walk back up the hill. And when I get back up the hill, boom, my nan comes straight back into me, and then she's just, anyway. I've gone on with some things with these people that I don't know them and they don't know me. But I know at one point it seemed like they just wanted to take me out, blood. And it's not that I blame them, because at certain points my nan was calling. When I say that my nan was talking to them like she knew them from their last 20 lifetimes, I don't think you understand. She was drawing out their business out of their Akashic records. She's telling my girl B, I've only met B 2 days ago, you know, I don't know B. But my nan is telling B out of my mouth, but my nan is telling B about how much fucking children she's aborted and dash away. Baby, I wouldn't. But the things that came out my mouth and the things that I saw my girl sit here, the same B, yeah? There were certain things that my nan said and I could see she was triggered and trying to smile through the trigger. And there's no reason why she shouldn't be triggered, you know, because if someone's telling you about your blood clot, why should you not be triggered? Let's keep it real. Why would you not be triggered? You'd be triggered. At least you'd be upset. At the very least. What the fuck? I don't know you. That's how I'd be going on anyway. I don't know you. Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to get into how it went because I was supposed to show you these pictures, but let's just say the experience was different. So by the time it come to the end of it, they want to take me out. When we're getting in the minibus, the same bee has come up to me and she slapped her hand on my chest like this. And she's waited for a bit. And then I've seen her talk to whoever's behind me, which energetically and visually I can see is a cure. But I haven't actually turned my head to confirm that.
but B is facing a QS. So B's half her body is over me and half her body is not, but she stood there with her hand on my chest like this. And Spirit told me what she was doing. She was regulating my heartbeat. They want to know if I am really with Spirit or if I'm working on my own. If I'm working on my own, then the fact that they were all surrounded around me and the thoughts that they were thinking, because I'm telling you, I'm being told they're planning to kill me. They're planning to kill me in the middle of nowhere in fucking Africa and nobody knows where the fuck I am, babe. That's a sticky situation. So in that sticky situation, I was, feeling those feelings, but because of the practice that Spirit's been taking me through, I'm able to regulate my emotions and alchemize very, very quickly. So my heart is not responding to the nerves. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm regulating, and also I'm not nervous because even though I can hear your thoughts and what your plans are to kill me, I know that I'm protected with the divine. So why am I going to go on like a dickhead for? That would be stupid. So my heartbeat isn't racing. So when she slapped her hand on my chest like this, and then she's gone, nothing. There's nothing. She's telling my girl there's no panic, there's no heart beating fast or nothing like that. So I could hear them now say, fucking hell, man. She must really be with Spirit. She must really be with fucking Spirit, because if I wasn't with Spirit and I was in my own 3D body, I'm telling you now, Bab. In fact, you know what? I'm not just saying that for the situation. I'm saying that in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of situations. Because this, where we are, the house and everything, it's a ganja farm, really. That's where they've took us. My man grow as a whole ganja plant. But don't get me wrong, they do good things. They make ganja oil, ganja tea, ganja soap, ganja shampoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've got a business on their land from it. But the bush grows everywhere. And I'm in that. Spirit has told me to get, there's weed. My man's gonna smoke the weed. I was like, no, Nanny, smoke the weed. She said, don't eat the food, smoke the weed. I never end up eating the food, and it's a good job too. And for my smoke the weed, that was it. All channels open, ancestors come through, body gone. You see, by the time I came back out the bushes before I had set off, when I'm coming round to where the tables and chairs are, where everybody's sitting and my ancestors are walking me and I've got no control over my legs, I'm walking like I'm on the catwalk. So, and I mean really on the catwalk, like it's some Beyonce shit. Don't play with my nan. These guys are shouting, look, Asherah, watch Anna, watch the wine, watch the walk. You know what I mean? So they're howling little comments like that because of the way I'm walking down the hill. Like, I know where the fuck I'm going. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when I say this channeling thing, it's wholly for excitement. It's wholly for fuckery, but it's wholly for excitement. So anyway, that's the first one. Me. So this is a lifetime. This is the fucking guy who stole me. This pussy-o here, and that's why he's the bad man. But then this guy here is my father. So he's piss blood. And remember, these are what I'm being shown. I'm only drawing what I saw. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm only drawing what I was shown. And then this is ayahuasca. I don't. This wasn't any vision. This was what I wanted to do of me, because when I was in my bedroom, earlier on in the year, last year, I had a snake entity come in my room and try and dominate me. And I was like, no, you're not going to come in my... You're not going to... Like, literally, I was nearly... He's trying to drag me off the bed. And I was like, you're not going to do that differently. No, I'm in control. And from I'd done that, the snake came around me, came up from behind me, and then covered me. Put their whole body around the back of me. And it became like a cloak around me, this snake did. You know what I'm saying? So I've had this snake now from last year, July, this, because you get different animal avatars and different spirit animals or whatever. So the ayahuasca snake is mine. But the thing is, I didn't know that this snake was linked to ayahuasca. I didn't know that this was an ayahuasca snake. I didn't even know that ayahuasca had a snake. I didn't even know there was any link to snake. It was later on that became apparent. But the snake, I've already been affiliated with the snake. I'm trying to find the one that they showed me. Okay, so this was a vision in the window. And this is when ancestors told me. So this is second day now. This is second day of ayahuasca. and they're showing me the ayahuasca snake. So this is, they already showed me before I got to the retreat about the avocado snake, because that's what my ancestors call it, the avocado snake, because it's yellow and green. But then when I got to Peru, I found out that the snake is actually yellow and green. That's how they represent the ayahuasca snake out there. So it wasn't in my imagination, it was true. Oh, my daughter's calling.